A thread by Brian Cates. The Democratic Party and their media mouthpieces will never recover from this. Never. Thousands of Americans were sacrificed in their insane strategy to get rid of Donald J. Trump as president by attacking a cheap drug that works to combat the CCP virus. The expert class won't recover from this either, thanks to the antics of the clown known as Dr. Anthony Fauci. Here he is, still lying, even now, about hydroxychloroquine's ability to prevent, cure the CCP virus. According to Tony Fauci, the overwhelming prevailing clinical trials that have looked at the efficacy of hydroxychloroquine have indicated that it is not effective in coronavirus disease. Hydroxychloroquine is so cheap, it's already so widely available. How are any of the expert class going to make any bank on it? Besides blaming Trump for pushing a dangerous drug that doesn't work, this is the other reason for the anti-hydroxychloroquine crusade we've seen. The only thing controversial about this drug is that President Trump was shown early on it could successfully combat the virus before it reached the fatal "you're about to die" stage. Instant Trump derangement syndrome then occurred. Now the tide turns. July 3rd from CNN, a surprising new study found the controversial anti-malarial drug hydroxychloroquine helped COVID-19 patients better survive in the hospital. What Fauci is doing is he's limiting his comments to studies that were made of patients who were already at the "you're about to die" stage of the virus, where mixed results were obtained. If you get hydroxychloroquine early, the results are not mixed. Civil disobedience is about to make a comeback in a big way. Social media is not the real world, but it is showing us how the people that run these platforms are part of the cabal out to keep much of the country locked down and out of business and out of school until there's a vaccine or an election or both. Information warfare. Right now, the doctors on the front lines who have been treating thousands of CCP virus patients with hydroxychloroquine and doctors in the expert class way up there at the FDA like Fauci are arguing with each other. One is saying hydroxychloroquine works, the other saying it doesn't. The doctors on the ground, fighting on the front lines of the pandemic, are getting more vocal. This is being countered by constantly bringing on people from the expert class to say the doctors on the ground are simply wrong. Their observations are worthless. It's become information warfare at this point, with one side desperately trying to censor the other side of the debate. Because, hey, there isn't supposed to be any debate. The elite class experts have spoken. This might be the issue that leads the DOJ to file charges against these platforms. The censoring of doctors on the front lines of the pandemic who are testifying about their personal experience in treating virus patients in favor of an expert class in DC saying silence.